Hello and welcome to Big Orbit Games unboxing video of the latest Cardfight Vanguard set, G-EB01 Cosmic Roar, the first extra booster in the new G series. So you can subscribe to our channel and check out our other unboxing videos too, as later we'll be unboxing the new Trial Deco for Blue Cavalry of the Divine Marine Spirits. My name is Simon, I'm from Big Orbit, and I'm joined today by James from Big Orbit Cards.
Hello, I'm James.
And I'm also joined by our flamboyant regular Mick.
Hi, I'm Mike. Pleased to meet you.
Okay then, so let's start unboxing.
Okay.
As you can see here underneath, we have the map from the sneak preview, which we ran last weekend. That's good. Mick, you took part in the sneak peek, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I didn't do very well at all, but I did get a good triple R pull from my set.
Nice. Everyone likes pulling triple R's at sneak previews. So then, let's delve into this unboxing.
Okay, I've got my first booster here. There are 15 boosters in the box. Let's see what we get. Okay, first we get Cosmic Hero Grand Police, who's the new 8K vanilla for Cosmic Heroes. The new Metalborg Hammerhell, who, if you're in Legion, you can give a 15k shield to defend your Vanguard. Evolution Monster Devane, who easily gets your opponents to 8k, so it can activate Zeal's new abilities. A Cosmic Girl, Operator Girl Raker, who gives power to the Vanguard, and if they're at 37 or more, when they attack you get to draw an extra card.
As far as I'm aware, that's the only human in the set.
Yep, and all the rest are robots and aliens, I believe. And the single R we get is Cosmic Hero Grand Sub, who can, when he gets a power boost of 13, and he's 13k, which is easy with a quick 4k boost, he can give 4,000 to your Vanguard, and when its attack hits, you get to retire one of their rear guards.
So just to quickly cover things we've just gone through the first pack, in this new set, not only we see support for a couple of different clans. What I'm most excited about is that in this set we see support for some of the older stuff from Dimensional Police, such as the Zeal Ride Chain. We also see some support for Metalborgs. Which set did they come out in?
BT17.
There we go. And one of the new sort of sub-clans, Cosmic Hero. Although they don't get much support for their own sub-clan in this set, it is nice to see that they are also expanding the Dimensional Police. There we go.
Open the second booster. And here we have another Hammerhell. Enigman Cloud, which when he's put onto the rear guard you can Soul Blast one, and it helps you, you can look the top 5 for Enigman, put it in your hand, and take a card from your hand into the soul, which helps you build up your ride chain, fixes it up. Also, if you happen to have Enigman in your Zeal deck, you can also put the Zeal card in, because it doesn't say you have to put an Enigman in.
I'm just so happy to see Enigman support in this. I'm so happy for that.
And a new starting Vanguard for a Dimensional Robo's Die Shoot, who will give your Dimensional Robo 4,000, and if the attack hits, retire one of your opponent's rear guards. Have the Stand Trigger Raker again. And the single R Cosmic Hero Grand Rope, who will allow you to show a grade 3 from your hand and find Gallop from your deck and put it into your hand, and discard a card from your hand.
Ah, interesting.
Got a third pack.
I have to admit, it's nice to see that there's going to be other support for the sub-clans in this set.
Here we got Grand Police again. Devane. Great Cosmic Hero Grand Bazooka, who is grade 3, but his abilities also work on the rear guard of giving your 2 units 4,000 power if his attack hits, which is also quite good with the Triple R Grand Gallop. A critical trigger for Enigman, who gives your Vanguard with Enigman 4,000, which easily gives Enigman Storm the extra critical, and also if the attack hits, you unflip a damage. And Enigman Tornado, who can, just like Enigman Storm, he can easily patch up the ride chain, And if he's at 19,000, you can take an Enigma Storm from your soul, put it on over him, which is sort of like a brake ride if his attack hits. So your Vanguard can attack twice, and with the help of Commander Laurel, you can attack 3 times.
It's great to see that, you know, everyone loves attacking more than once per turn. I really like this Enigma Tornado. I think it gives good support to the Enigma right chain.
You've got another Cosmic Hero, Grand Kung Fu, who will attack for 12k as a grade 2. Die Lion, who will get rid of the limit break, which is great for older decks like Die Kaiser if you want to break ride quicker.
Limit break remover, excellent.
There's Enigma Night Sky, who gives power to the Vanguard, 4,000, which then again also gives your Storm the extra critical. Enigma Sunset. And Cosmic Hero Grand Wagon, who doesn't have to attack and can do it multiple times by Counterblast and Soul Blast will give you Vanguard plus 4k.
Now, the thing I quite like about this card as well is the picture. If you look at the flavour text, it says, "Looks like I made it in time. Here's the new weapon you've been waiting for." If you take a closer look, looks like an older weapon that's just been strapped together with sellotape and gaffer tape.
Always resourceful, dimensional place.
It's just like, here's a new gun. Oh, well, what does it do? Well, we've added Bluetooth to it.
Is this the 5th pack now?
Yeah, I believe so. You've got some more Zeal support.
Yay!
Ionization Monster Plasm, who can reduce your opponent to... If they're at 11, it will easily reduce it to 8k. Also giving the... When your opponent's Vanguard is at 8k, do this ability for Zeal. Die Shoot, Raker, Cosmic Hero Grand Rescue, who is the new heal trigger, and Cosmic Hero Grand Sub, who I think I've already gone through. Yeah.
Yes, you have. I think it was the first one.
6th booster pack. Once again, Cosmic Heroes, the Grand Chopper. When his attack is increased to 11k, you can counterblast 1 and choose 2 more units and give 4k bonus. Enigma Cloud, Grand Bazooka, Masked Police Gunjo, who is the new draw trigger, and Metalborg Grasscutter, who you can put him into the soul and give a grade 2 and grade 3 Metalborg, 3k, which is great for giving your Legion Vanguard 6,000.
It's also good to see again that they've started putting the triggers into the rarity slots. They haven't done that since the original sets.
Yeah, some of the original sets is the last time they put triggers in anything above common, really.
Grand Kung Fu. We've got a new starting Vanguard for Metalborg, which will give your Legion Vanguard 6k. Metalborg Magma Fork, who counterblast 1, gets 3k for each Vanguard, so great for the Legion. Enigma Sunset, and New Era Beast Zeal, who legions with Galactic Beast Zeal for 21k. If you got the ride chain, it'll be 22k. And with a counterblast 1, you can, if you've been hit and you're taking damage, you can reduce your opponent's attack by how many rearguards or vanguards you've got. And also you can soul charge one if the attack hits and they're at 8k or less, which helps with the other ones. You can soul charge 1 and unflip a damage.
So just to bring this up, since this pack's had quite a few of them, so we've had quite a bit for the Legion support here for the Metalborgs, and introducing a Legion for Zeal, which is a part of this nice Legion revival scheme. So, James, what do you think about Legion now that Stride's come out? Do you think it's changed, you know, how relevant Legion is, or?
Well, I'm glad it has come out, because with the new Strides, if you don't want to run Legion, you've got a good alternative, and with the generation breaks, it also gives you a nice amount of power. for when you're going against Legion. So it sort of evens things out if you didn't want Legion, and it's not like Stride takes anything out of your main deck.
So they do sort of balance up. Do you think decks should still be running Legion now that we're into this era of striding?
I think it's good that Legion still exists, because you don't want to just have something for 2 sets and then get rid of it.
Yeah, it didn't have much chance to shine over here, did it? Because we got our sets for accelerated release over here in the UK. So, no, I think you're right. It's good to see some support for Legion.
I'm really glad that they're doing that, because originally I was going to build a Sinbuster deck for Dimensional Police, and then as soon as they started releasing the Strides, it kind of made my deck list a little outdated.
Yeah, you do sort of get that feeling sometimes, don't you?
But now that they've started introducing Legion support in these new sets, I might actually start building that deck.
Excellent. So, which pack are we on now? Is it number
8th, I think.
There we go. So, lead us away, James.
This is the new Forerunner for Cosmic Heroes, which I think is amazing, because it doesn't go into the soul, and if it's got 9k or more, which is easy because you just give it 4k from one of the other units, you choose your Vanguard, and when the attack hits from your Vanguard, you get to draw a card, which Cosmic Heroes seem to be drawing a lot of cards, increasing your hand size. Grand Police, Night Sky, the new Dimensional Robo Critical Trigger, Direwolf, and our first double R, who is the new Perfect Guard generation, so if there's another one of him in the drop zone, you get to unflip a damage.
Wow, that's pretty nice.
That makes that quite efficient.
Plasm again, Die Shoot, Night Sky, Grand Rescue, and Enigman Tornado.
Yay, Enigmans. So when I first started playing Cardfight, the ride chains were definitely what I enjoyed the most and what got me into the game. So I've said it before, but I'm just so happy that they've put more support in for some of these old ride chains.
Yeah, it does give a lot of the older decks now a lot more viability to be played in the tournaments, and well, for them to be played for fun as well.
Yeah. Definitely.
And there will be more support for them in the future with the Fighters collection, because Tsukiyomi and stuff like that are getting support. So.
That's good stuff to hear.
Dialam, Grand Rescue, Logo Battler, Direwolf, and another double R, Cosmic Hero Grandbeat, who's a critical trigger, but when he goes into the soul, you can give your Vanguard with Gallop in its name 5k and draw a card. Cards in the future are getting this as well, such as Outmal and Chronojet, but it works much better with Dimensional Police, because you get the extra power, which then activates the abilities easier. Also, because your Stride will take the name of the Vanguard underneath, even if you Stride with Gallop underneath, it's still called Gallop.
So again, we've mentioned this earlier, but it's nice to see they are putting triggers in different rarities to give them abilities. But do you think this card was worth it going up to double R for this ability?
I think there could have been other single Rs which could have taken its place, but I mean, it makes more sense for Dimension Police because of the whole getting to a certain power level. Grand Kung Fu, Magma Fork, Devane.
To note on Devane, Bushiroad has released an errata for this set already this morning, but I shouldn't worry too much. The errata, this is one of them, they have errated the flavour text. Currently on this printing, it reads an amalgamation instead of an amalgamation. I don't think we'll worry too much about that in things like tournaments, but there we go. A nice first of many typos.
Okay, got Gunjo and Grass Cutter again.
Oh.
I think this is 11 or 12. I think.
The losing count now.
Yeah. Grand Chopper again. Grand Seed, Grand Bazooka, Grand Rescue.
See a theme here.
And Great Cosmic Hero Grand Gallop, our first triple R.
Hey, triple R!
Now, with the whole, when it rides, you can easily give your Vanguard plus 4k, when astride, sorry, and also counter blast to when the attack hits, you get to draw a card. What's great about this card is its Generation Break 2, where if you can't stride anymore, if his attack is 22,000 or greater, he gets another drive check. So, which is really easy. If you've got a 7k boost, he goes to 18, and then you got plus 4k from another ability, he's 22. So that's the triple drive check, which also works with Die Kaiser as well, for the whole getting rid of a Guardian if you get a grade 3.
Ah, yes, that was the
Break Ride.
The Die Kaiser Break Ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the trial deck. Die Lion, Plasm, Night Sky, Die Wolf, and Metalborg Baron Grader, who is kind of works a little like Shadow Kaiser in the fact that he can get another grade 3 and ride, but he has to be on the Vanguard circle, and you get a card with Legion ability and ride it instead. Also, if he's on the rear guard, you can Soul Blast and give your Vanguard plus 2k.
Now, the artwork on this card, that definitely reminds me of Transformers Constructicons. Most definitely.
The good thing about it is I don't see Michael Bay.
No explosions, my god. And we're almost there. So this is the penultimate pack.
Grand Seed, Cloud, Magma Fork, Gunjo, and Dimensional Robo Diejet, which is good for Die Kaiser decks, which normally run a few more grade 3s than usual, because he puts a grade 3 from your drop zone into your bottom of your deck, and then shuffles, and then gives your Vanguard plus 4k. And if he counter blasts on the Vanguard circle, when this unit stack hits Vanguard, you may pay the cost and draw the card. So yet again, increasing the hand size. Last pack.
The final pack. Now this should be a double R.
Yeah, should be.
We'll find out.
Grand Chopper, Loco Battler, Devane, Grand Rescue, and Super Cosmic Hero X Falcon, who is a new stride who has to get up to 45,000 to do his ability, but if he does and the attack hits, counterblast 2, discard something from the hand, you can choose one of your opponent's rear guards and put it face down in their damage zone, which can finish them off. So it's not a hold. If it's got 4 damage or lower, you can just attack and then kill them with it.
So, that's the entire box gone through then. So, we pulled the exact rarities we thought we would, which was 1 triple R, 3 double R, and 11 single Rs, and then obviously the rest is common. So, we do have here, though, we have all the triple Rs and double Rs that we didn't pull.
Here's what we made earlier.
So, we have here, there we go, first 2 double Rs that we didn't pull.
Just put these here as well, just so you can see them in comparison. Yes, Cosmic Hero Grandfire, which is always a nice card. It's sort of like the grade 2 triple R you can get in the trial decks, but for Dimension Police you don't have one. But it's the, when it attacks, if it's boosted, counterblast 1, and give 2 units 4k each. Which works really well with other combos, which I'll discuss later. And Dark Superhuman Omega, who, when he gets hit on, when he's on the Vanguard circle, counterblast 2, Soul Blast 1, and take one of your rear guards, put it into the soul, and lower your opponent's front row by that much power. So if you're doing this for another Daikaiser deck and it's easy to get the grade 3s, lower all your opponent's front row by 11k, which should normally put them at 0 attack each.
I'd say, just to note, Grandfire is the second card which has been errated, and it's a massive, massive issue, because apparently his flavour text currently reads, "Didn't you know I will force through my own line?" So again, another astounding errata. They accidentally typed "own" twice.
Perhaps he's got a stutter.
Perhaps he does. So there we go. So that was all the double R's from the set. We then have the remainder of the triple R's.
Yes. I'll do X-Tiger first because everyone likes him. But so you choose a face down card in the G zone and then flip it face up. And if for each one you've got face up, he gets 4k, and if its attack is 45,000 or greater, he gets 1 critical. So really easy to just wail on your opponent with strong attacks and the extra critical. Also works pretty well with a Die Earth because he flips himself over as well, so you get the extra damage easier. And finally, Die Earth, who is an interesting card compared to the others, but he's not as bad as people say because he especially works well with some of the other cards in this set, such as Grandfire or something where you can just bring him out. He also works with Omega because his ability is to bring a grade 3 and a grade 2 out onto the field. So, and if you've got 2 or more dimensional robos out, he gets an extra critical. But with the grade 3 thing, you can bring out an 11k grade 3 and then next turn stride with Omega to put it into the soul and then lower your opponents by 11k. Also use it for Daikaiser. Not Daikaiser, yeah, in a Daikaiser deck, but you could bring out Dai Shadow, I think if that's his name, from the Fighters collection, and which will let you get great Daikaiser out quicker.
So, can we just mention his full name though?
Well, they shortened it down from the original one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 99th Gen Dimensional Robo Commander Great Dai Earth.
I love that name. Tells you everything you need to know about him.
Let's just call him Steve.
Cheers, Steve. And again, just to note, seeing as we already covered the other two, the last errata is on X-Tiger. And again, all they have done is typoed the word transcend, and they missed out an S. Yeah. So, if anyone mentions that this set's been errated, don't worry, it is simply flavor text that has been errated. So that's the triple R's all covered, so that's just about everything from the set, apart from the shiny SPs.
Yes, we did get SPs, and unlike some other sets, each SP has a slightly different foiling on it. So it might be hard to see with the focus, but it does have some extra lines on it compared to X-Tiger, and with Grand Gallop it has sort of like a sound sort of wave effect, and X-Falcon, it's just all flashy. All sort of superhero robot thing.
From the angle that I'm sitting, I could see the way how the light bounces off the card. You can actually see that they're very well textured as well.
Yes. Only the background is sort of bumpy, and then the actual card is nice, but the actual character is smooth. So it sort of gives this sort of pop out effect.
Very nice. SPs are so beautiful. Let's just have these two up so you can see. And again, as always, the SPs do have different flavour text as well. So what does the flavour text on the new Die Earth say?
The beautiful light of the star too will span the heavens after tens of thousands of years.
Yes, I agree. I've always loved the flavour text in Cardfight Vanguard. So then, that's all the boosters opened. So let's just have a quick discussion about some of the cards. Now, as I said earlier, I'm very excited by the fact that they've introduced support for some of the older things, such as the Enigma and Ride Chain. I'm really glad they've done this. It's, you know, it gives a little bit of extra life to an old deck. I know I've got an old Enigma deck sat around, and finally I can put, you know, just a few new cards into it, just spice it up a little bit more, and it just makes me want to play it again. It might not be the most, you know, tournament viable, especially with Nationals coming up soon, but it's, you know, it at least gives some new life to an old deck. Oh, I discovered a very interesting thing you can do. If you use the Enigma and Cloud abilities to the Soul Blast, so when you play him, Soul Blast, search top of the deck for an Enigma and then put a card from your hand into the Soul, what you can do is take, if you already have an Enigma Storm in hand before you've searched for him, because you don't have to put the card you've searched into the Soul, you could then put Enigma Storm into the Soul, which means when you ride Enigma Tornado, it means you're doing it a turn earlier than what you normally would, rather than having to play Enigma Storm and riding Tornado the second turn. So it's effectively on turn 3, you can drop Tornado and use his ability straight away to get Enigma Storm out, getting those 2 hits in straight away off the bat, which is fantastic.
And I figured out, a lot of people think that maybe X-Falcon hasn't got an easy way to get all his power, but there is quite a pretty viable way with Grand Gallop as your Vanguard, which is probably most likely if you've got Cosmic Heroes. And then if you use these Grand Chopper, Grand Fire, Grand Sub, and then you do is get your X-Falcon, who will get 4k from the Grand Gallop Stride, so he's at 30,000. Then you attack with Cosmic Grand Fire, sorry, giving 4,000 to your Vanguard and 4,000 to Grand Chopper. Grand Chopper's effect, Counterblast 1, give 4,000 to your Vanguard, 4,000 to Grand Sub. Grand Sub's effect then kicks in, and then gives another 4,000 to the Vanguard. So easily getting all that. And if you have used Stride with Grand Gallop, you can also use Grand Beat to put him into the Soul and get 5k.
That's an impressive combo.
I don't like it.
Say, what I also like is, even with these, some of these sort of like with this new Cosmic Heroes, they do feel different from the other section, the other parts of Dimension Police, which is, it's always good to see, you know, like a new subclan that doesn't just mimic what another part of Dimension Police does. Yes, it's got that same feel of boosting up, but it, you know, it generates different effects and does things that the other parts don't do.
Yep.
Well, you know, Cosmic Heroes are very new, so I'm looking forward to seeing the future on how their abilities change in future sets.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see some more support in future. Obviously Bushiroad are changing things up with what they do for the extra boosters, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see what other support they do get in future. Okay then, so that's some of the sort of like little combos we found here. Would anyone like to add any comments or thoughts on what you think about any other aspects of the set at all? Because I know I quite like the artwork throughout the set. There's some really nice robots. You can clearly see they're still being very much inspired by things like Gundam, Geiger,
Ultraman,
Kamen Rider, the Nickmans. The sort of like Gojira inspiration for things like Zeal, and again like the Transformers, sort of the Generation 1, and some of the like the Generation 1 influences on the Dimensional Robos. So yeah, the artwork throughout the set seems very consistent and very good. In the very distant past, Bushiroad, the artwork wasn't the most consistent. It did sort of shift between very cartoony to very seriously, but this set seems much nicer and more consistent now.
But they do sort of keep this comic look with some cards like Diet Wolf, sort of comic book.
Well, I reckon they've probably found a good balance now between the two styles. So
yeah, so it doesn't look too jarring. It doesn't look too out of place compared to the other ones. It's nice. It's good.
Some of the artwork is a bit busy, like with Zeals, but
Yes, there's lasers! Lasers and lights effects everywhere!
How can we make them more powerful? Give them lasers. Done.
Done. So, there we go. So, I mean, anyone watching, if you have any suggestions on any combos you've seen throughout the set, or even just cards that help, you know, spice up some old decks, or, you know, ones that look forward to the future, then please feel free to comment them, let us know what you think. So, I think that is everything for this unboxing video of G-EB01 Cosmic Roar, the first extra booster from the G-Series. Check out our other videos. As I said, we will be doing the new GTD04, Blue Cavalry of the Divine Marine Spirits. So then, that's goodbye from me, Simon.
goodbye from me, James. I'll be in future unboxing videos for Cardfight Vanguard.
Yep, this is Mike signing off. You'll see me in future videos. Take care.
So take care, and remember, you can order all of these cards and more from bigorbitcards.co.uk, and you can also trade in cards with us towards that. So take care. Bye!
Bye!